hardens a person's heart? In the Bible, God will often take responsibility for something you do because he allows you to do it. For example, when Satan destroyed Job, didn't God say, "You moved me against Job"?
Yeah.
But was it God who moved against Job and struck him down, or was it Satan?
Satan.
Okay, but God said, "You made me do it." And then didn't Job say that we accept good and evil from God? But did the evil come from God or it came from Satan?
Satan.
Okay. Who struck down the firstborn of the Egyptians? Go to Exodus 12:12. Before you go to 1 Samuel 6:6.
Yes.
Exodus 12:12.
12:12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
Who's going to kill the firstborn?
I. God.
Who's I?
God.
Okay, but read Exodus 12:23.
For the Lord will pass through to smite the Egyptians, and when he seeth the blood upon the lintel and the two side posts, the Lord will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you.
Wait, who's now going to kill the firstborn?
The destroyer.
But God said, "I will."
Yeah.
Because God will take responsibility for the actions of another when God allows that person to act on his desires. But it's not God doing it. So now who hardened Pharaoh's heart? God or Pharaoh? Well, go to 1 Samuel 6:6.
Samuel 6:6. Wherefore then do ye harden your hearts, as the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their hearts? When he had wrought wonderfully among them, did they not let the people go, and they departed?
Wait, read that again. That was music to my ears.
Yeah, mine too. Wherefore then do ye harden your hearts, as the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their hearts?
Oh, so Pharaoh and the Egyptians hardened their own hearts?
Yeah.
But I thought God hardened their hearts.
Yeah, this is new to me.
And when did they harden their hearts? Notice when they did. Finish it. As the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their hearts, when he had wrought wonderfully among them, did they not let the people go and they departed? So as God was doing miracles, they hardened their hearts more.
Yeah.
So who really hardened whose hearts?
Well, this verse says they hardened their own hearts.
Okay, so then what does it mean when it says God hardened his heart?
He let them harden their own hearts?
Yes. God, instead of drawing them, he now hands them over to the desires of their heart. And that's how God hardens you. When God is fed up with you, he then hands you over to your desires and allows you to be enslaved by your desires. Are you seeing it?
Yes, this is a lot to take in, but I appreciate it so much.
Because you're not seeing it. So I'm going to ask you again. Who destroyed the firstborn? Was it God or the destroyer?
The destroyer.
But God said, "I will."
Yes.
Who destroyed Job and his family? God or Satan?
Satan.
But God said, "You moved me to destroy Job." So you're still not getting it. In 2 Samuel 24:1, read it for me.
2 Samuel
24, verse 1.
24. And again the anger of the Lord was kindled against Israel, and he moved David against them to say,
Wait, who moved David? Who caused David to sin against God by numbering Israel?
And he moved.
Read it. Who was it?
Beginning of the Lord, and he
Right
moved.
there, the beginning of the verse, brother. It's right in front of you. The beginning of the verse.
Yeah, the Lord.
So Jehovah God caused David to sin against God by numbering Israel?
Well, it seems like it from the verse.
What seems like it? It's black and white, dude. Don't make me I'm going to hang myself in my shoestrings, brother.
Sorry. Yeah. Well, yeah, it says the Lord.
So who caused David to number Israel and sin against God?
The Lord.
Okay, Jehovah, right?
Yeah.
But in 1 Chronicles 21:1, it says Satan did it. Go to 1 Chronicles 21:1. There it says Satan did it. So who did it, man? 1 Chronicles 21:1.
And Satan stood up against Israel and provoked David to number.
Okay, was it Satan or God, man?
Satan.
But no, 2 Samuel 24 said it was God.
Yeah.
So did Satan destroy Job or God destroy Job?
Satan.
No, but it says God did. God told Satan, you moved me against him.
Well, would it be right to say...
Hold on. Did God destroy the firstborn or did the destroyer destroy the firstborn?
The destroyer.
But God said, I will. So did God harden Pharaoh's heart or Pharaoh harden his heart?
Would it be fair to say that God let?
That's what I've been telling you, man.
Yep.
When it says God did something, he's not the active cause of it. He is permitting it. So he's passive in that, okay, that's what you want. I'll give you what you want. I'll hand you over. So God allowed Satan to destroy Job. That's why God says, I did it. God allowed Satan to tempt David to number Israel. And that's why God says, I did it. God allowed the destroyer to kill the firstborn, but stopped them from killing the firstborn of the Israelites. So in allowing it, God says he did it.
Yes.
God hands Pharaoh and the Egyptians over to their unbelief, and in handing them over, he then says he hardened their hearts.
Yes.
So what's there not to get? God did not actively harden Pharaoh's heart. He played what they call a passive role in handing Pharaoh and the Egyptians over to what they already wanted and desired. Rejection of God and the worship of their gods and goddesses.
Yes.
So why did God then hand Pharaoh and the Egyptians over to their unbelief and quote unquote in that sense harden their hearts? Because with every opportunity when Pharaoh rejects God, that allowed God to do another miracle before their eyes and ears that they could not refute, to give them irrefutable proof he is God and they have no excuse to reject him. And now that they reject him, they suffer the consequences.
Yes.
So where is Calvinism here? There is no Calvinism.
Yeah, I agree. Okay,
now the juicy part. Do you know when Pharaoh hardened his heart against God?
No.
Every time God showed him mercy. Did you know that?
No.
If you read Exodus again, I want you to reread it. Every time God brought a plague, Pharaoh told Moses, pray to God and I'll let your people go. Every time God withheld the plague, Pharaoh became more hardened.
Okay, so Exodus 10?
What Exodus? The entire section. That's it. I'm throwing myself out the damn window. Every plague that God brought down, what did Pharaoh ask Moses to do? Tell God to refrain, to pull back this plague of frogs or lice, and I'll let you go. And when God did that, when he took back the plague, Pharaoh became more hardened.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's right.
So when did Pharaoh become more hardened?
When God showed mercy.
So you see, it was the mercy of God that hardened Pharaoh, showing how evil he is, that in light of God's mercy, he became more emboldened against God instead of humbling himself.
Yes.
So does he then get what he deserves?
Yeah.
If I show you mercy and this is how you respond, then that means you are now have reached the point of no return. You're so corrupt and hardened that even in light of my mercy, you become more emboldened to defy me.
Yeah.
So you're good for nothing but destruction. That's why Romans 9 says he is a vessel of destruction, because he made himself such. And how? Because every time God showed him compassion, all right, I'm going to refrain from the plague. All right, I will withhold my judgment. Pharaoh says, well, you know what? Now I'm going to make it even more hell for you, Moses. Miracle after miracle, plague after plague. When God then shows him mercy and compassion, Pharaoh becomes more emboldened, more stiff-necked, showing he had reached the point of reprobation. There was no return for him.
Yeah.
There you go. Where do you get
so much
from Romans 9?
What?